Well, now that you know how to get tickets, let's hear about some new shows coming to the Great White Way.
Oh, joining us is executive editor of Broadway News and friend of the show, Ruthie Fierberg.
Hey!
Hi. I'm sorry during that little break, it wasn't a break while we were learning about this fella, he was singing, and I'm sorry that you were subjected to that.
Wow!
No, I think that was pretty good.
Don't encourage.
I mean, it's not Joshua Henry. But
I am not, I know, I'm no, I'm no nobody. So many shows. You said 16?
16
shows
opening between now and April 26th.
Wow.
So we're going to be able to only talk about like a little section of them.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, go to BroadwayNews.com and find out what else
Find out the rest. Nice plug. Good job. Well done, Ruthie.
Let's start with every brilliant thing.
I'm so excited. I'm seeing this tonight. It
Okay.
officially opens tomorrow. It's been in previews, starring Daniel Radcliffe. This play has been around, but it's never been on Broadway.
Okay.
So, and a couple of stars have done it, but really it's been like around all these community theaters. It's just like a really intimate, powerful experience. It is a solo interactive play. So Daniel's the only actor, but he does invoke audience participation, though only from volunteers, only from willing volunteers.
You have to want to go,
not like
yeah.
you,
He's
green shirt.
Correct, none of that. So the premise is Duncan Macmillan, who's one of the playwrights, started this as a monologue that then became a full-length play, listing every brilliant thing in life worth living for.
No way.
Yeah.
Is sports on there?
I'm sure, I haven't seen it yet, but I'm sure there's
right.
something in
Okay.
there. And I will say, he talks about being truthful without being too bleak and hopeful without being too sentimental, because Daniel starts as a 7-year-old who is making this list because his mother has depression and is struggling with her will to live.
I'll go see it.
And so he makes this list of all the reasons to live.
I'll go see it.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it.
Sounds like it could be a little heavy, but a little uplifting.
Right, a little bit of both.
Let's move on to something that's just going to be a little heavy. Dog Day Afternoon.
Not heavy, I think intense.
Intense.
Okay.
Yeah.
You described this when we were talking as the Broadway season of The Bear, because we
I
know
did.
Proof is on, but this has also got
So we've got two guys from The Bear in this: John Bernthal, who on The Bear plays Mikey, and Eben Moss-Backrack, who plays cousin Richie, as we all know. They are intentionally a pair. Like, they are friends, and you know, Eben was on The Bear and said, "I know who you should get to play Mikey." John was recruited to do Dog Day and said, "I know who you should get to play." Yes.
Yeah.
So it's intentional, but they're going to play Sonny and Sal. It's based on the 1975 movie of the same name that was Al Pacino and John Cazale. Stephen Allegirgis, who is a Pulitzer Prize winner, adapted this for the stage. So it is, you know, the same story beats, but a new script.
Yeah.
And I cannot wait to see it. I think it's going to be really intense. For people who don't know, it's an inside bank robbery job, so that John Bernthal's character can pay for gender-affirming surgery for his partner.
Fantastic.
And that was in 1975, so, you know.
And if you know the film, you know how much of it takes place on that one set in the bank, so it really does lend itself to theatricality like that.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
Okay, John Lithgow, what is happening here?
Okay, John Lithgow won the Olivier, and this play won the Olivier for Best New Play when it was over in London. He's here with Giant, all about children's author Roald Dahl. John Lithgow plays Roald Dahl. And as funny as his books are, I will say this is more of a drama. It is a fictionalized lunch about true events, because Roald Dahl found himself in a controversy about some remarks he made. About people who wear stars like me, and then it was his publicist and his fiance and his wife around him saying, "You really, you know, you need to apologize," and you know, whether or not he felt the same way, and the complications of being a public figure and all of that. So an award-winning play coming here to Broadway. It's going to be at the Music Box Theater. It starts previews tonight.
She's a very busy lady.
And then it will open officially on March 23rd. At the Music Box.
Let's talk about Jungle Ball, bringing Cats energy to the stage. My wife and a bunch of friends went and saw this when it was
downtown.
Downtown. Before it was, they could not. She literally said, "Better than Cats."
No,
Jungle Ball, better than Cats.
So I joke all the time. When Cats was originally on Broadway in the 80s through the 90s, people would say, "What is Cats about?" And people would say, "It's about cats." It is about people this time around. They're thought of as Cats because they're this underground group of, it's an ode to ballroom culture and musical theater. So if you like RuPaul's Drag Race, not that that's drag culture, not ball culture, but there's relationship there. If you like RuPaul's Drag Race, if you like the television series Pose, like this is totally for you.
This is your jam.
If you like Cats and Andrew Lloyd Webber, this is for you because it is all the original score. It's the script, the same script, like that's not changing. It's just the take on these characters. They're not wearing whiskers and tails.
Right.
But they are wearing funky costumes.
Like
this is vibrant, this is fun, this is a party. Bring your fans, come and clap.
Yeah.
And
You gotta like a little bit of outrageous
ball.
for this, but if you do, you are in for a treat.
It's
You're in for a
Cats
treat.
with the beat dropped.
Yeah. Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
You should
This is
be
somebody
the
that writes
editor
about
of-
Broadway for a living.
All right, a Cookie Off Broadway show making the rounds. Transfers to Titanic.
Titanic. Titanic.
Imagine how Celine Dion might say the word Titanic. Titanic.
Titanic.
Literally how it was literally how it was conceived. So Marla Mandel, who stars as Celine Dion, you can see her there on the screen. Constantine Rizzulli, who stars as Jack, and the director Ty Blue all co-wrote this parody of the movie Titanic, which of course is based on the real events of the Titanic, but this is comedy written all over
Love it.
Okay,
Real quick, we have to move on to the last one because
oh my
JD
God.
is
Okay, well,
gonna-
if you love Celine Dion and if you love the movie Titanic, you gotta
We
go.
love
Jim
Titanic.
Parsons is in it. Go.
Lost Boys. I'm so excited about this one.
Another one based on a movie.
Yeah.
Vampires, sexy boy band, two-time Tony nominee Shoshana Bean gonna sing her face off. Tony nominee Ali Louis Borsky going to sing his face off as the leader of the Lost Boys band. It's a family story. It's a vampire story. There's going to be literal flying. I saw some of the flying sequences.
Yeah, I hear the
at
stunts
Palace
are. I hear
last
the stunts
week.
are exceptional.
Yeah. So, and the music is by The Rescue, so it's got that true indie pop rock.
Any
feel to
of the
it.
music from the original, because the soundtrack of the '80s movie Lost
This
Boys
is
was so
all
good.
original music.
All original.
All
Okay.
original music. Yeah. And again, that's only 6 shows of the 16 that are coming.
Come back
Plus, there were shows that opened in the fall that are still open.
Come back
Plus,
next
there
week.
are shows,
Yeah.
that have been open.
After you've seen them all, come back and give your
And give us-
reviews
give us a
so
report
we know
card.
how to budget for our Broadway season. That's right. I like it.
I got a bake sale ready. Ruthie, always good to see you.
The
Fabulous
Pixel 11
to be
Bake Sale.
here.
That's right. For information on all things Broadway, you can visit BroadwayNews.com.